Hello peeps. Right, today's job, I'm going to put new headstock bearings in the 300L and I'm going to add a grease nipple. It's done about 15,000 miles now. They're starting to get a little bit notchy and it's time to change them. A bearing kit off Fleabay. They're probably not the best quality, but they're going to be better than the original ones because they'll have grease to lubricate them. So because I've got all this extra shit on the front here, I've made it a little bit harder for myself, but I'll start off with the wheel out, tubes out, and then see how I get on. We'll start with the easy stuff, front wheel out. We'll take the left hand fork protector off, then I can get to the ABS sensor, and we'll whip the caliper off as well. This is all speeded up, by the way. I can't actually work this fast. I can't think that fast. Right, so we'll undo the clamps now and drop the tubes out. Jesus, someone's put a screen up here. There's bloody bits in the way. 3 platefuls of spaghetti to work round. Oh no. Here we go. And the other side. All done. I'm going to undo the headlight, leave that suspended somehow, and I've just undone the lower headlight bolts. That should be enough. Right, take this screen off. Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. 4 bolts. There we go. Undo the handlebar clamps and then I can hang it all from the ceiling, I guess. Yep, bit of rope, suspend it from the ceiling, and that should be out the way enough. We've got like then shit loads of stuff on here still. Try it that way. Yes. Put the top bearing off. I've not got the right size socket for this. It's a little bit too big, but it fits now. No, I don't think there's a lot holding it now. Yeah, look at that. That's got the weight of all that shit. So I've just got to get that undone. Have I got a G spanner? Probably not. But that won't be silly tight, I don't think. I haven't got a G spanner to get that undone. But what I have got is a bit of copper pipe, which is softer. And I've nailed it over. There we go. Oh, it's not too tight, look. Yeah. That's good. So what else have we got connected? That's off. Just the mud guard, I think. The mud guard can... I'll get the mud guard off. The headlight, the top clamps are all suspended. Yeah, everything's undone, so it should be, mudguard's off, should be just a case here of pulling it out the bottom. There we go. I want to get the bearing race off so I can get at the bearing seat underneath. So what I'm going to do, I'll put a cutting disc on the grinder and I'm going to cut through the bearing just enough, but not right through to the shaft, so when I hit it with a chisel it will break. So my regular glasses, push them close to your face, double up the safety glasses, and the grinder squint. What could go wrong? There we go, it's conceded. So if you look at the, I don't know if you can see that, I've ground just enough to weaken it, and then it's not come through the other side, and it's not marked the shaft. So the only problem I can have next is the wrong size bearings. Time for a cup of tea. Right, so the bearings are the right size as far as I can make out. The cup, if you like, which has got to go in the headstock, that needs to be cooled down, put in the deep freeze, and this side needs to be warmed up a little bit so it'll go over the nicely. Oh, look at that. So I've slid the bearing on so far, and then it goes a bit tight. It seems to be tighter at the bottom than it is at the top, so I'll use the old bearing, which is fairly loose, to tap it in. I must tap the inside like so. So I'll warm the bearing up a bit, and I'll then use the vise like a slide hammer, but I'll warm it up first. So I'll give that a bit of a clean down with some brake and clutch cleaner just in case, and then get some grease in there, which will help before I, the spray grease is good, it gets right in the gaps and then it solidifies. Now it's difficult to see this, but in the headstock there's two lips. You'll feel one lip is the shoulder holding the bearing in, and the second lip is the outer bearing casing, which I'm going to tap out. So I'm looking to catch the second lip, the bearing, whack it a few times, spin it round the other side, hopefully come out. There we go. Now removal of the lower bearing, too much swearing, so I've left that out. It's out, and if you have a bit of trouble getting the new one in, you can use that to tap it in. That's the top and bottom bearing out. I need to get myself a grease nipple now, which I haven't got. I can't find them. I've got the drills and taps, but I've not got a grease nipple, so that's the next job. See if I can source one of those. Bearings are all ready to go on. This top one is a lot less tolerance there, it's a lot nowhere near so tight. Don't want to put that back together until I've drilled and tapped and put a grease nipple in the headstock, because I don't want the swarf falling down on the bearing. Right, I've got a 6mm grease nipple, and the nearest size I've got will be a 5mm drill. It probably should be 5mm and a gnat's knacker or something, but that's as near as I can get to it. Yay! That'll do it. Run the tap through with a 6mm thread. The grease nip was kind of got a pipe thread on it, so it's tapered, so it'll go in gradually and get tighter and tighter. Bit of brake and clutch cleaner in there, get rid of all the swarf. Let's try the top one first. Look at that, it's nearly in there. So these have been in the deep freeze for a few hours now, so use one of the old outer bearings to knock it in. The note has changed. Yeah, that's home. There we go. Note has changed. Top bearing. Yay! I've got an old vernier to do the job, not my best one. Could do with a proper tool for this, a G spanner. Also, I couldn't find me club hammer either. Could have done with that as well. If you do it down too tight, when you put your top clamp on and tighten that down, that will take up half the thread and that'll be then too tight. Nip that up, then undo it a bit. So we can get the clamps in the right place. I've undone the nut on the top clamp just a little bit so I can move them and get the tubes in, then I'll do it up tight. So I'll pinch the nuts up on the lower clamp and then I can tighten the bolt up for good this time. So once this is tight, everything should move freely and no free play. So I'll pump a load of grease in now till we get some coming out the top and the bottom. And just starting to come out the bottom. There, look. And we want some to come out the top. Yeah, bit coming out the top there now, perfect. Mission accomplished. Get rid of all the excess. The job's a good one. We've got the grease nipple in, grease is coming out the top and the bottom. I don't suppose for 1 minute you want to see me put it all back together again, so we won't waste time doing that. It's just reverse procedure. Thanks for watching.